Hey there. I'm going to be showing off the lighting tool I've been working on for a little while now. I think it's pretty cool, but let's get into it. Basically, it's a per texel lighting, right? So it's not per vertex, right? It's not per fragment on your screen, but it's per texel. So every single one of these, right, is lit individually through a compute shader. The reason I did that is, well, the initial reason is because I think it kind of looks cool, but I also think it offers potentially optimization, right? And it probably depends on the kind of game you want to make. I like the low poly look, but I think even with a high poly, high texture count, you can still optimize around this by having low texture, low poly, and distances for LOD, right? But anyway, that's something I'm not here to talk about right now, just potentials. What I'm here to talk about right now is the tool itself. Okay, so let me turn off one light and just keep one. It's going to help me display it a little better. So yeah, here's the light tool itself, right? This light data. And it has a few different options. So first of all, you can change the color, whatever you'd like. I like it there. You can change the range, how far it goes. hmm it does, no matter what, it falls off based off angle, right? So like this, like texel here, these aren't going to be as lit as these texels here because the vector for this texel to reach here versus those back there to reach it, it's a lot more steep, these texels. So not as much light is going to reach it, right? But anyway, there's an intensity tool. So, mm-hmm, put 1.5. Then you can choose what kind of shading you have. So you can either do no shading, and that just makes it so only the faces and texels that are not back facing, right, are lit. Basically just no shadows, but still lit. You can do hard shadows. So basically, it's not gonna blur it based off distance at all, right? There's not gonna be any light wrapping, no light bleeding, none of that sort of thing. Just hard shadows. Wherever a texel gets in the way of another texel, there's a shadow. And then the dynamic soft. So basically, this is where light wrapping comes in, right? So the more your object, is closer to a thing, the more that the light from the light is, the light source is able to bleed and cause blur. And you can modify those blurring settings. So the size of this itself doesn't matter, just for visuals to help whoever is putting it in, right? But you can change how much it blurs. Okay. And then you can change from like what distance it blurs. So that's the blur power and blur amount. Right. So this would be like a really huge light. So it might look something more like this. Right. Anyway, um, there's also, as you can see, a baked option. So you do have to bake it beforehand. That might be something I try to change, but it's just not in right now. So basically, these lights are now baked into the texture, right? It's just part of the texture. So even if you move their positions, it's not going to change. That's for performance reasons. If say you want to have 100 lights in a scene, then it will be no problem. No performance hit. Just how baked lighting works. Doesn't have to recalculate it every time. So yeah, that's basically the lighting tool. I'm gonna break it down further in my breakdown, but that gives a good gist.